Okay. I don't know if I want to put it here. Hi, you guys. Andre, what? Hi, everybody. I haven't done a celebrity reading in a couple months, so I decided, why not? This is a good opportunity to put something back on my YouTube channel, so just figured might as well. Got my good old trusty. I'm trying to figure out if I want to use the spirit board tonight. I might not because I haven't picked any bones. So, but yeah, I'm going to be doing a reading on Cardi B and Offset because, you know, they broke up or whatever. And I want to see if they're really done with each other. I want to see exactly why she decided to leave, if they're going to get back together, things like that. And then also, as the audience, y'all can ask questions as well. Yeah, I'm doing Cardi B and Offset. Mm-hmm. And also, if you missed this stream, I'm not going to keep it on my Facebook, but I will post it on my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, you can definitely do so if you want to. So at 9 o'clock is actually when I'm going to start the reading. So while I'm waiting these next 2 minutes, y'all can tell me any questions that y'all will want me to answer in the reading, or any other people you will want me to discuss. Hey, Rima. So I want to know if this is for real, because you know Offset has a new album coming out, so there's that. You also got, like, I did a reading on them before, and I knew that she was angry and upset with him, and I knew that she was talking to somebody about him. It's just kind of one of those things that we'll just kind of have to find out what the cards have to say. But the last time I did a reading on Cardi was like in August, I think. All right, y'all. It's 9 o'clock, so we're getting ready to start this. Okay. Spirit, show me what's happening with Cardi B right now. Y'all, you can't make this up. You cannot make this shit up. I'm telling you. All right, y'all. Let me see if I can show you these cards. Okay. So starting with my right. So I asked the cards, what's happening with Cardi B right now? First off, you got the King of Wands reverse, okay? Let me tell you about the King of Wands, all right? King of Wands is actually Offset, because Offset is a Sagittarius, okay? So Wands in tarot represents fire, so fire signs, okay? So him being the King of Wands, this actually shows that he's kind of like separated. They're separated. The other card that came out right after that was the Tower card. Okay, so they did not end it quietly. When they did decide to let it go, it was not a quiet-ish. It wasn't quiet. On top of that, I feel like Offset, because I said in my last reading about them, is that he dissociates, or he detaches from his issues. So when he's confronted by something, especially like when it comes to like her, he just like leaves, or he just kind of ignores the issue. So when it actually happened, when she confronted him about it, he pretty much went away. Like he walked away from it, not necessarily as a means to like end the relationship, but he figured that she would let it keep going like she always did. So this Tower card tells me that he was thrown off by the fact that she meant it, on top of the fact that this is something that has happened. It's not necessarily the most recent thing. This is actually something that's happened a little while ago, and it's over to the point where now she can speak about it. I feel like she didn't speak about it because she didn't know whether or not they were going to get back together. I do see more things. The Page of Pentacles means that they do have business opportunities together. So I feel like they're still going to be working together, especially something maybe like a dual album, something about them either joining brands or creating a collaborative company together. There's something about them working together. So even though they're not together, they're still going to be seen with each other. They're still going to be having to be like seen in a public eye together and things of the sort. The Empress. So I know for a fact that the reason that drove Cardi to make this decision was because of her child. Hi, you guys. I'm not doing like personal readings tonight, Erica. I'm actually just only doing readings. This reading is going to be about Cardi B and Offset. Hi, Nita. So yeah, so she actually made this decision because of her baby. You know, she makes this move because she kind of wanted to make a better example for her child, and she just didn't want her child to grow up in that dysfunction and things of the sort. So it really was, it was mainly her child that made that. I also see that the Ten of Cups is reversed. So this was because she tried to stay together. She tried to have a healthy relationship, a healthy family, but she really wanted her kid to grow up and see mom and dad together. She wanted more than one child too, but it's just that it didn't work out that way, because I see this card that came right after it. So to me, in these cards, she genuinely meant that breakup. Like she's for real. At least for right now, she's for real. I'm also just kind of seeing like this here. I feel like when it came to these two things together, it just shows me that she was really tired of not being treated as she should have been treated, in addition to just the kind of like suffering and torment and pain and embarrassment and stress that came along with being with a type of man like that and being in a public position like that, to the degree of him being like so disrespectful and constantly doing it and lying to her. It's like at some point, you know, this, and I see that this flew out. So I knew that she was stigmatized, but not only was she stigmatized, but it's kind of like he had sex with her instead of like as a means to distract her, like as a means to get her to shush, or as a means to not really like make her follow through with what she says. So he was using sex, and I feel like once she stopped having sex with him, because I feel like she cut him off sexually, once she stopped having sex with him for at least a short enough amount of time, she was able to kind of see past things. And again, that along with her child, that was the main decision. On top of that, she just wanted a more balanced life. She just wanted to be happier. She didn't really want to constantly have the ups and downs in the relationship that she had. I feel that she really just, when it comes to, like people say, you having a child changes you. Like, it's really no other way to explain it other than that. Like, in addition to how much she went through the entire time, and he didn't even respect her enough to like not get other people pregnant or not cheat on her constantly. It's just a lot of shit. So, hi Maya. So let's see what's happening for Offset. Oh, y'all, these cards are a trip. This is what Offset is doing: fucking and drinking. All right, fucking and drinking. All right. That's so funny. Like the cards are just on fire tonight, y'all. All right, y'all. So this card came out though, so he is hurt. He genuinely is hurt, but he's letting other women suck the tears out of his dick, basically. So let's see. Let's keep going. I mean, show me what is going through Offset's mind right now. Same shit I just said, but just different. You know, Offset. God. All right, y'all. So this is what Offset is doing. So the first card that came out. So he is surrounding himself. I feel like he really wants to follow through with that threesome that he was scheduling. Might be doing that. Might be drinking a little bit more now. Even possibly doing some drugs, maybe some coke. The Justice card. So he is somewhat taking a while to like do his end of the things to finalize the divorce. I feel like he's dragging his feet because he feels like he's going to lose money. So he, like the opportunities, the career opportunities, the money opportunities, the things that came to him for being associated with her, because mind you, he was not the diva of the group. It was actually Quavo, right? So he's not the diva of the group. The reason why he had the amount of notoriety is because of how she was. So she kind of Beyonce'd him, to be honest. I do see him either moving or trying to find a new place, trying to move forward as well. So there's still some things about him that we're going to find out in the next, in the next few weeks. We'll find out some more things about him, some things that he's been hiding, some more dirt. I feel that might have been actually what drew Cardi over the edge, is what we're going to find out. He is being attacked. First of all, people are not letting up on him. They're all on his ass. It's a lot of people, not just fans and stuff, but it's people who he really knows who are like coming at him in his ear like, you fucked it up, you need to fix it. You know, you're not gonna get nobody better than her. You know, she got all this money, she's helping you, this and that. So like he's hearing it from many people that he needs to fix it. And he kind of is overwhelmed. I feel like he gets shell-shocked. I feel like when he gets too much on his plate, he doesn't know what to do. So when you get the fight or flight, he freezes. He's having like, it's really hitting him, but he doesn't know how to acknowledge himself emotionally. I feel like for him, his emotions are stunted. There's something about him not really being able to express himself or communicate himself. So I feel like there's something that's coming along with that sexual addiction, that there's a reason behind it. And we're going to find out more about that in the reading, but there's something about him that he is having issues with, that's playing in the back of his mind, that's preventing him from sleeping. So there's some insomnia there. So that's probably why he's doing the drugs, why he's fucking so much, why he's drinking so much, to kind of tranquilize him and put him to bed. And of course, you know, all these like issues, he's avoiding issues, but he's also dealing with just having to constantly defend himself. And he's like, he's having like like there are certain people who are coming to him and talking to him, and they may not mean bad, but because he has so much on his plate, like he's releasing his anger on the wrong people. So he's pushing people away right now. Again, like I said, he has the Hanged Man, the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, and he got the 10 of Pentacles. So for me, I feel like for him, he's really in his mind about if he like going like over the shoulder. You got like one angel and one devil trying to tell you what you should do, should you not, how to go about doing this. Because I feel like that High Priestess, the two sides of it, is him in his head and other people on the outside trying to help him to figure out, what he is or isn't going to do. And then again, like his family, I see this baby right here. I feel like he's just kind of in his head about feeling what's happening with the family, like moving forward, and how he's gonna do. Like he has other kids too, so it's just more so like I feel like he felt that was the most legitimate family that he has. It's like for him. Also, I feel like for him, it's not so much about the kid. I just don't feel like he thinks too much about the children that he makes. It's kind of like an afterthought for him. Oh, and here is a Queen of Swords. So Cardi is a Libra. So swords in tarot represent air signs. So you got your Gemini, your Aquarius, and Libra. She's the Queen of Swords. So he actually has her on his mind. Like it's not like he doesn't care about her. He does care and he does love her in a really weird, twisted way, in a very manipulative way. It's to be honest, like he felt like she was a person that he could manipulate because he knew how she felt about darker skinned men. He kind of knew how he knew that she really like loves hard. So it's one of those things where he kind of felt like he could do no wrong, and he felt like Dick was the answer to all the problems that they would ever have. So there's just like that type of issue. All right, so that's just the basis between them two. Let's see what's happening with Offset and his issues with having so much sex. Why does Offset have a sex addiction? Y'all not gonna believe this, or maybe you will. But Offset has daddy issues. Offset has daddy issues. Okay? Offset is a Virgo, Maya. I mean, not a Virgo, he's a Sag. My bad. So the reason why I feel like I know that Offset has daddy issues is because at the center of this spread that I just pulled, I get two cards, a King of Pentacles and an Emperor. Okay. Okay. So the King of Pentacles is obviously reversed and the Emperor is not. To me, what this shows is that he had a father who really did not financially contribute to his life and didn't help him to uphold, his manhood, didn't really help to instill certain things in him. I do feel like if he did have a father in his life, that father was very much a man that kind of just did what he wanted to do. There was not too much like of an upstanding citizen energy that came from his dad. It kind of just felt like his dad did what he wanted to do. But on top of that, I'm seeing a bunch of cards that reflect issues internally. For example, again, this card came up. This is the Nine of Swords. I mean, even just by a person that's not a reader, you can even see, like, this is a card of a person that's in distress. They're having like depression, things like that, like emotional issues, things that are worrying them, things that are stressing them out, things that are preventing you from being able to rest easy. So there's like a black cloud around this man. And then there's like this hermit card. The hermit card in tarot represents Virgo, right? So it's reversed. To me, this feels like there's a lot of things that he's having problems with, but he won't get to the root of them. Like, he won't go into himself and soul search and find out his own problems. He just continues to self-medicate or to act out his problems by way of having mindless sex. Then you got the Two of Swords. So this means that in addition to like him having these issues, he doesn't know what to do about it, or he won't do anything about it. For him, he has to lose things before he learns to appreciate them. He does not understand how to value things when they're there. He doesn't know how to make an executive decision for the better of himself on the fly. It's like, either if you're not going to make the right decision, I'm going to make it for you. And oftentimes life makes decisions for him because he just takes too long to shit or get off the pot. And then you get the Judgment card. So on top of that, this is just a man who just exercises bad judgment. He just, like, he's young. He doesn't really think things through. The little voice in his head, he ignores. The people who give him advice, he doesn't listen to. He's, at a point where he has so much money that it just doesn't matter to him what anybody says, because all he thinks of is the amount of success that he made and how much money he has and how much more he is than his dad. Like, he's measuring himself to his father because he feels that because he financially provides for his kids, that makes him a better man than his own dad. I mean, he just has abandonment issues with his like childhood, things like that. And he also has like PTSD. There's some sort of death that he experienced when he was younger that never really got out of. Tell me more about this card. So the cards that I used to clarify what I just saw was, I see the Temperance card, the Magician card, and the King of Wands. So for me, the way that I look at this is that there is a spirit guide around him that he probably doesn't know is around him because it's reversed. That actually has helped him a lot, like to get a lot of the things that he's manifested in life. Like, there's somebody that, hold on. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so there's a person that that has helped him spiritually, and it was a male, it was a man. So it could be a mentor, could have been somebody that he looked up to, somebody who he saw as like a guider or something like that. But there is definitely some sort of death that he never really got over. And, he's been having like that guardian angel that he just probably didn't realize or know. So there's still certain issues that he has just unaddressed. On top of that, he is young. Like, very young. He's young. He's experiencing something new. He's, before he wasn't rich before. He didn't have before. He wasn't like a very well-known person and things like that. So for him to be in a position of power, for him to have like people just throwing vagina at him, just left and right. Like, of course, he's like, oh my gosh, like, you know. So he has issues, but on top of that, he's a young man who operates very much in a sexual manner. He's a very sexual person. So there's just so much that you could say. There's the psychological trauma, and then you just got biology, okay? But on top of that, I see, again, for these people, they need to find balance. So for him, you know, sex helps him to kind of level himself out energetically. So he uses sex to find himself as a balance, as a center. I feel like that's the only coping mechanism that he knows. Like certain people, you know, work out, certain people eat chocolate, certain people, you know, smoke some weed. Like he does all that type of stuff, but he also likes to have sex, and it helps him to keep himself more balanced. And I'm probably gonna do one more question, and I'll probably wrap this up. I'm just gonna ask, are they really over? Okay, and I'm gonna ask this from the perspective of both Cardi and Offset. So, are they really over? Okay, are they really over? All right, so Cardi is done. Offset thinks that there's still a chance. Offset feels like he can protect himself, but he also feels betrayed for some reason. I don't understand why he feels betrayed, but he does. Now, when it comes to Cardi, this is a spiritual thing for her on top of everything. Like she's either prayed or she's gone and gotten some spiritual guidance as to what she should do. She is putting up a brave front, but she is holding a lot in. So she's very emotional. She's just kind of trying to keep it together right now. I feel like for her, she's really just trying to focus on the new business opportunities and just kind of keeping the momentum going for her career. So she's really not addressing herself. So there's a lot of things built up. I feel like she probably hasn't she's cried, but she probably feels like she can't cry no more. So she's kind of like stopping herself emotionally from connecting to this. And she's blocked it off, but it needs to come out. So it's going to. But it's over. It's over. It's over. Like, do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? Yeah. So it's done. Like, it's done. Now, even if I would say even if they did try again, it's not going to last because Offset is going to continue to cheat. He's a cheater. He's a serial cheater. Like he's not going to settle down anytime soon. So, she works with witches. You was trying to say brujas, wasn't you, Rima? All right, y'all. So that's the end of it all. I might do another reading some other time. You guys can message me or comment if you want to know who you want me to do a reading on. I don't always do celebrity readings because I feel like there's a lot more knowledge to give you guys than there is to give you gossip. But, you know, this was something that I kind of wanted to know myself. So, yeah. All right, y'all. You guys have a good rest of your night, okay? It was good talking to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.